Hi, beautiful beings under the stratosphere. Sometimes imposter syndrome can get the better of us, especially if you're trying to build something new. And this can also dip our vibration. And if you want to doing something new, the last thing you need is to be in a low flow of vibration thinking, oh, I don't really know this. I don't have really got it. Let's see, let's just try it. You know, you're just going on trial and error. And we want to come across as more confident and be up here with our vibration as I really know and understand this content. But there's kind of like this, where are you going to make the bridge between, yes, I know the content, but comparing myself to others and everything else going around there and comparing myself even to the unknown, I don't know if I'm up there. First of all, before we get into the little journey I took, and I'm going to take you along with me, and you can take this journey also. Before I do that, just want to reaffirm to you that there is always something you can teach that someone else is one step behind you and needing that specifically from you. I was an educator for 15 years, and apparently everything I've learned and done thereafter, I always ended up teaching that as well. It's like I loved it so much, and I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm going to teach this. And then I get involved with something. I'm like, oh, this is great. So I'm an inborn teacher. My mother has been a teacher. She wanted to be a teacher since she was 13 years old. And my father was always an educator. That's how they met. And he still works teaching in the university, correcting theses. So kind of teacher is a part of me, even though I don't see that as my dream fulfillment. That's not something that I went for, but that seems to be something that I'm always drawn to because I want to share. And the best way to share is to teach something, create some kind of curriculum, format, book, audio, something where you're like, hey, here, I learned this. It was great for me. You can have it too. And I learned this in my last certification where I got certified to be a pole instructor. And I was like, how am I'm not a pro. Like, yes, I can do level 3 postures, but I got the certification for basic. And I thought, who's going to want to do class with me? I'm not here, but I'm on level 3. There's people who are on level 0. So obviously, I mean, it's so logical that I can teach someone level 1, teach someone level 2, teach someone level 3. I don't even know what this level is, like competitive level. But how we think, how we think is, but someone would want to pass their classes or their first classes with someone who's a mega pro. But probably this person doesn't even have time to be teaching people anymore. I don't know. I mean, I think you can get classes with people who are in a higher level. But the point is that there's always someone you can learn from, normally, unless you're at the top. And there's always someone who can learn from you. And the key is you. Because I think the key factor for me for any of my courses was finding a teacher, an instructor, someone who was guiding me that I thought, I look forward to this class. I want to be in the class and I want to learn with this person what they have to offer me because of the way they were and the way that I connected with this person. So had to rip that one off of, no, people only want to learn from the top. There's still all these other layers, which even financially, this would probably cost you how much more. And if you learn from someone who's also starting to teach, you can get a beginner start probably at a much more economical rate. So looking at the finances. So going back to that frequency, bringing your mindset to overcome the fact that there is always someone who can learn from me. This kind of release that little vibration of pull down, of I wasn't being an imposter, but there are others that are better or more qualified than me. And from there, I had to get over the hurdle of, there's two ways that I've heard, well, there's probably 100 ways to build an online course, but two mindsets. One is sell the course first, and then if people buy it, if people want it, if it's a product that people like, then you create the course, the webinar, the whatever, once you have started making sales, and then you offer it at a future date. So there's this option. This makes complete business mind logical sense. And then there's the other one where you have a course, you create the course, and then you say, I have this course offered for you that you can use, you can have, it's available. And so you create it first, then you launch it because you know exactly what the content is, but you might not know if it's going to sell or not sell. I took this course mixed with a little bit of this course of action to sell my course. Because as an educator, I said, how can I launch something that I can't address the specific details that I know are within the course and how it's going to be, and exactly link it into what I'm talking about or trying to share, and say, hey, if this is something that's happening for you and you feel like you want to live in a higher vibration, this might be something that you could be interested in checking out for yourself, because it's basically the step-by-step of my condensed 10 or 20 years of combination of activities that I've done, condensed in the coursework that someone could follow along on their own. So to get over the initial steps of, but who am I to create that? This is not a regular course of how to make money or how to do investments or nutrition, where there's like, it's kind of like a more standard approach that kind of everyone knows what they're getting into. So what does a high vibration course look like? I had to go into the unknown territory of, okay, I'm creating a course that I have never taken before. I have never seen launched. I'm sure people use combinations of these aspects to elevate their vibration, but it's never been in one format. So this kind of drew me back energetically, the struggle. And then I decided, as an educator, I said, this is super valuable content that even the practice of making the course will be worth it. And I had no idea how it was related yet to my own vibration, what was going to happen with my imposter syndrome. I just kind of decided it needs to be made so that then I can look back at it and look at it as research, and reflect upon it. So I started the journey, and I did the first fourth, 1/4. I'm on the second fourth of the course because there's 4 pillars, and I hit the relationships section of, is your vibration with your relationships, is that the one that's pulling you under? There are 4 pillars. And eventually when I start launching it, I will explain that it's key to find out which one of the pillars has the lowest vibration, because it's probably drawing in the other pillars of your life and pulling it down. So the first segment is all physical work, because we're trying to bring the physical vibration up to neutral so we can see the perspective of all the other pillars from a more stable angle. All right, so this is where it gets interesting. And this is where I invite you to explore yourself. If you're going to write it down, maybe you haven't started creating your course yet, or maybe you're halfway there, wherever you're at. Start writing down on the side. I did it right now. What did I have to do, or what practice do I have that I could implement this part of the course? So the first part of the course, that one, I'm building it from scratch. I said, how am I able to build a course from scratch? And I said, oh, I was a teacher for 15 years and I merged 3 different curriculums and I learned how to use the 5 senses of learning and put this all together. So I said, oh, I'm able to build a course. One, that's an ability that addresses the 5 senses of learning and knows how to make curriculum buildable, build on itself, and be all connected. So there's no imposter syndrome. I have actually done this. I know how to do this, right? The intensity that I offer in the first physical part is because I certified in yoga. I did weight training for many years and I did a ton of dance. So I said, okay, what dance have you done? I did ballet, belly dance, pole dance, contemporary dance, modern dance, ballroom dance, and gymnastics. And I said, okay, I think I have a pretty hefty list of body control movement and how to cue and indicate things so people can execute the things in the course without having injury. Check there, no, right? I'm like, okay, I know my physical stuff. On top of it, I studied massage therapy. It's not a form of dance or physical movement, but there was a ton of anatomy there involved in that. So I validated myself in the physical part. I said, okay, I'm not an imposter here. I can teach that first segment. And then I reached the relationship segment. So in the beginning, they will need to pinpoint which part of the relationship, like who, them, a group, a partner, a family, like who specifically is the relationship, the vibration so low that it's just consuming and dragging you down, right? First, they need to pinpoint this, and then they will audibly release what they would want to say to this person. And I go into detail into, okay, what is all that going to be? And all of this, I said, how can I cue someone to do this? And it's because I took the drama class, I looked at acting classes, and I did my speech and debate. And I know the power of putting it in your words and voicing it out. Then they will write a letter, bring it, tone it down. Then from these two, they will find they will pick 5 of the emotions that they felt were the most intense. From those, they will pick one, and it has to be a feeling or emotion. I said, how are they going to pick this? How are they going to pinpoint this? I'm like, aha, we can use a PDF that has all the lists of the emotions and feelings that I learned from nonviolent communication training, because I also took these courses. I said, well, there it popped right in. And then I said, from this word that they found, thanks to the list from nonviolent communication, we will apply it to EFT. So emotional frequency therapy, where you tap it, and I'll cue them and I'll do a video that has the EFT. And I said, how will that work? And I said, oh, because I did tapping for 3 years in my own therapy, and I'm getting certified as is now, because I thought, wow, what a great gift that I know how to do it. Basically, I need to get certified so I can learn how to tailor it for other people, and it can be a great income online. And I love working and strategizing the combination of words. It is also kind of like a dance that rewires the nervous system when you come out on the other side and you're like, I can't believe I felt this intensity of this emotion. And through running a few rounds of tapping, can be totally here. What happened? What happened? No, but there are key, for me, it's all frequency also. So the frequency and the vibration is altered because every thought, every word in our mind is a frequency. So if I'm tapping something else into me, things are going to shift, right? Things are going to trickle down. And then I said, oh my gosh, look at all of this. Look at all of this about myself that I don't know blah, blah. It just overwhelms me to think that we are so quick to minimalize our value. I'm so quick to, oh yeah, but that's nothing, you know. Other people have 20 years. Other people are doing this 30 years. No, I'm not really that good at that. I'm not really, you know. And I said, but look, how can I deny to myself that I don't have the ability to do this? Even if I had 3 of these things, as I said, there's always someone who didn't even do that behind me who's like, I love that. I love to learn that from you, with you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with me. Now, that's how I feel with people who have given me these gifts in my life. Whatever stage they were at, they took down the blockage of, I'm not good enough, or I'm an imposter because there's other people who can do it better. And they went ahead and did it. And thanks to those people, I got all this riches in my life. And thanks to me being able to pierce through that, I will be able to bring riches to yours or other people's lives and yourself as well. Anything that is holding you back is stopping that little gate from opening. And this is the path, right? When we get on the path, everyone else can also get on their path. And imposter syndrome is just a construct of the mind to protect us from a fear, as I saw, that doesn't even exist anymore. Once I did, it's like I did a verbal tapping to myself, one with the scientific proof, you could call this research that I did here. But my encouragement to you to make the course, make the video, notice if it's in your heart that that's the path for you. This is for me. I'm super excited about this course. When it comes out, well, there's a link actually in my YouTube channel there that's called Become Vibrant. And I am uploading the videos right now, as is every week. I add another segment, and this is the segment I'm on. But I'm super excited about this course coming into completion, and at least having that joy of saying, I went all the way and tried it all the way. This is a very beautiful vibration. And I hope you feel that when you're creating your content and you're creating your course, that if that vibration is sustaining and holding, then you're on the right path. Don't desist. So I'll see you next time in the next video. And every day, may you wake up stronger.